I started this business within like a couple days. I didn't like people telling me, "Oh, do this, do that, do this." Like I just wanted to be my own boss. I think we all start from somewhere. You could always just build and grow. I didn't even know he was the owner. He was wearing like sweatpants and just a t-shirt. So I went to ask him. I was like, "Yo, can I rent this out off of you?" So you slowly progress. You can't be like, "Oh, I don't have enough." You just have to start somewhere. When I first started too, I didn't have my license. My favorite car that I had was, oh man, I had a lot of fun with it.
Today we're interviewing my friend Yusuf. Actually, you're the second Yusuf on the podcast.
Oh really?
The first episode was filmed with Yusuf as well.
Yeah.
And we're here. This guy's a young guy, a very young business owner, and we're here to talk to him, learn about his business and how he started things. And if you're new to the podcast, make sure you click subscribe, click the like button. And his socials are going to be displayed on the screen and in the description as well. So you can follow him where you need to. And we'll get started from there. And I'd like to thank you, Yusuf, for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no. So basically, without further ado, I know that you started a business. So basically, I actually found you because I was on Instagram one day and I was going through like my socials and I saw that people were reacting with your content.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo, like, what's this guy? Because we spoke earlier and I was like, I also was into detailing at some point.
Yeah.
And like wrapping cars and stuff like that. And I said, yo, this guy's beating me to it. Like, yeah. I looked at you in a way of like a competition. I don't know who you were and you didn't know who I was, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this guy's beating me to the competition. How do I get to him? What do I do? You know what I mean? I wanted to ask you how you got started. Like, what did you do? Was there something that ticked in your mind that said, I want to start a business? Like, what did you do?
Well, starting off, I was 15. And I was looking for a job because I wanted to buy my first car.
Okay.
And I was applying, but I would never get accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Never even got an interview. So then, I wanted to think of something, and I always had a passion for cars. Like just growing up, always just obsessed with cars.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to work on cars, but I wanted to do mechanic, but again, I want to keep my hands clean. Mechanic is hard work.
Yeah, all the oil
grease and oil. Yeah. So I was thinking of something.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to do detailing, because I get to, see different cars each day. And
yeah.
It's good money too. So I went with detailing.
So you mentioned that you started it all because you wanted to buy a car.
Yeah.
So this is like kind of reaching up for the stars. Yeah. What's your dream car?
My dream car?
Yeah.
There's too many.
Too many?
Right now?
Pick the main one. What's the main one?
Like a dream car?
Yeah.
Probably 911 GT2 RS.
Really?
GT3 RS.
GT3 RS?
Yeah.
You wouldn't, no Koenigsegg's?
No.
I'm
not into, even I think the Porsche is too much.
You think so, huh?
I'm like a humble guy.
Yeah?
I don't know. I'm not even into little cars,
Is it a Brabus?
Brabus? I mean, maybe, yeah.
Maybe, huh?
Yeah. But my dream car, I don't know. There's too many to pick.
Too many, huh?
Too many on my list.
Have you detailed Porsches before?
Yeah, I detailed a lot of Porsches.
A lot of Porsches?
Porsche Macan. I detailed the Cayenne. All those basic Porsches.
Yeah, the basic
no,
ones.
No 911 GT2 RS.
Yeah?
Yeah. My dream truck would be like a F350.
Okay, so you have favorite classes of cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not really into just cars.
Yeah, okay. So you don't have I want to have I don't know, like a lot of people I think have this dream of I want a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're not just that. You want
that
you
would
want
be like if I reach a certain level of wealth. Do you know what I mean?
So you want the sports car, you want the truck, you want to have that collection.
Yeah. A sports car, I don't know. I'm just not into it.
Not into
maybe a Corvette.
Zio,
the Zio A Corvette.
That's the one you're looking for?
Yeah. That's actually something maybe attainable. Do you know what I mean? How much is a Porsche 911 GT3 RS? 300K?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put $300,000 on a car.
You wouldn't, huh?
Yeah, why would I spend $300,000 on a car?
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Like a Corvette is what? 120 grand?
Yeah, max.
There's a 07 Corvette is like 50K.
50K, huh?
Yeah,
you can.
I would rather spend 50K on a car.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably use that 300K to invest in something, better. A house, real estate.
So you talk about investing. I don't mean to cut you off there, but you talk about investing, and I wanna touch on that because I don't know if it's a myth.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people online say you need money to make money.
Yeah.
You said you started your business at 15.
Yeah.
A lot of 15-year-olds don't have money.
I literally started with $100.
$100
It was
bucks.
actually my Eid money.
Your Eid money.
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay, for people who don't know what Eid is, this guy got basically a gift, a present of $100
Yeah,
and started a business.
yeah. No,
So,
like 20 from each uncle, 20.
but you're
Yeah.
basically breaking that myth because people say, oh yeah, you need to have thousands to basically start anything.
No, no.
But you're just stomping your foot down saying
You
no.
gotta always work with what you have.
Okay.
Right? You know, when I first started too, I didn't have my license. My mom would drop me off at the
No
customer's
way.
location. Sometimes I'll Uber, but very, very less likely.
Mhm.
And sometimes I'll tell them to come to my house too
Really?
to detail their car. But in general, my mom was dropping me off at the customer's locations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would your mom stay with you the whole time while
No,
you were
no, no.
detailing?
Well, she would just probably either go back home,
Mm-hmm.
or if it was far, then she'd just stay in the area.
Because the thing is, everyone, I think, especially online nowadays, especially in the finance sphere, business sphere, a lot of people say, oh, the best thing to do is start a business and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you started at 15 and now you're 19, right?
19, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 4 years. Do you see, like, if you could go back, have you learned anything different? Like, if you were to go back and start the business today, like today, right? But at 15, with the stuff that you know now, what would you do anything different?
I'll save my money.
Save your money?
Yeah, definitely invest into different things.
Okay.
And just not like be aware of my spending.
Okay.
And also I usually like I cancel on clients a lot.
You do, huh?
Yeah, I am a bit lazy, you know what I mean? But
Is that a time thing, or you
Time-
mentioned laziness?
time, yeah.
It's a time thing.
and
Okay.
a bit of laziness
A little
too.
bit of laziness.
Yeah,
Okay.
But yeah, I would definitely accept more clients and promote more.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, pretty much.
So if you were to tell someone, if someone was to say, okay, Yusuf, I want to start a business,
Yeah.
do you think that there's an ABC to it? Like, do you think there's step 1, step 2, step 3?
Yeah.
Or do you think that when you start a business, you just have to start and do whatever? Like,
No, there's definitely step 1, step 2, step 3. First, you have
you
to have
think
a
so?
plan. I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't have a plan for this business.
Okay.
It just randomly just started getting more clients. I just started accepting clients, and then slowly grew. I started this business within like a couple days.
Wow.
There wasn't really a plan or anything.
Right.
But for someone else, probably doesn't have experience with cars, I would definitely say you should have a plan,
Mm-hmm.
a strategic plan. Not just like I know many people like, especially like in my, I'm studying too.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like, oh, I wanna drop out. Like these guys in my class, oh, I wanna drop out. I wanna start a business and or escape the matrix. And
Yeah.
you know those kind of people. I was like, come on. I told them you guys have to have a plan.
Mhm.
They're like, yeah, but like if we just drop out, we'll be more motivated. Or I was like, come on, man. Like just think a bit smarter. You know what I mean?
Right. So
Have a plan.
you mentioned having a plan.
Yeah.
Did you, like, at 15, did you say, okay, I want to, like, what was your goal? I guess, like, you don't have to share it. Obviously, like, I think sometimes goals are very personal to people, in a sense that, like, you have personal goals, you have business goals, but sometimes your business and personal goals kind of coincide. So my question to you is, you need to plan, right? Because I know there's a quote that says, if you don't plan, you plan to fail,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you're telling people to plan, but what would you say is the thing that people miss when they plan? Because I feel like we can plan all day. I can say, like, this podcast, by the way, was like literally put together in 24 hours,
Yeah.
right? I messaged you literally 12 hours ago,
Yeah.
right? But it's like, maybe not 12, like 15, but it's like when people don't have a plan, in a sense, what is, like, I'm not sure if you see where I'm going from,
Yeah.
or going to, but it's like people find sometimes that when you plan, you're missing something that is actually the key that you need to progress or to move forward with the thing that you plan to do.
Yeah.
Do you think you had that plan when you were at 15?
I did have a plan.
You did have
Just
a
to
plan.
make money.
Just to make money,
Just
okay.
make money. And like I said, I want to buy a car. Also want to help my mother out.
Mhm.
And, just had a plan just to make money. And also, I didn't really want to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at all. Like, I just wanted to expand this business.
So when you say you didn't want to work, is that just conventional work or just work in general? 'Cause
No, like retail work.
retail work.
Like which was what most of the kids were doing my age.
Correct.
Retail, and I just didn't want to. I wasn't like motivated to, and I didn't like people telling me, "Oh, do this, do that, do this." Like I just want to be my own boss.
So, but do you find that difficult? Like, was it difficult or is it difficult? Because people will say having a business is hard work and all that kind of stuff, and or people might even say working at retail is difficult because you're dealing with difficult customers. But you chose an unconventional route that people don't necessarily always choose to do,
Yeah.
if any choose to do it at all, right? Because people would give up. But would you say that the path that you took obviously comes with its challenges,
Mm-hmm.
but is it not worth it? But I mean, what, like, did you have to put more work in than your peers?
I would say like, um, it like it would be difficult for someone who doesn't really like cars or working on cars.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like like I said, like if like choose something you would want to do for free for people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I wouldn't like you choose something you'd want to do for free and turn it into a business.
Okay.
So I would say for this, I like working on cars.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say it's difficult for me.
Right.
If I'm working in retail, I don't like sitting around being like cashier all day. So
Yeah.
that's why I chose this.
You chose that path.
Yeah.
So you mentioned like doing something that you do you want to do, working for free,
Yeah.
right? So do you think that applies to everything from, I don't know, baking to like
Everything,
sewing
yeah.
clothes or
Yeah.
something? Everything?
Do something you enjoy.
Okay. And would you say that, how would you find that? Like, how would I find something I enjoy? What is that?
It could be anything.
It could be,
A hobby or
but how do I find it?
what is something you do in your free time?
For me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I started reading books recently. You can see I have a lot of books here on the shelf, but
yeah.
I started reading books recently, so I enjoy reading books. You know, I like learning new things.
Yeah.
I'm on Reddit sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Like, what do you take from that? Like, how do I find something I enjoy? I honestly don't know.
It could be anything. It could be like passion
Okay.
or you don't like cars or
I
like
love cars.
anything.
Yeah.
Or working in construction or like for example me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like sitting at a desk.
Okay.
That's the number one thing I don't like.
Fair point.
So I like just being active and moving around.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons why I like to do detailing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how to explain it,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, I'm not a philosopher here. I'm not looking
Yeah,
for
yeah.
some deep
Like-
philosophical answer, you know?
yeah. But like how would you find something that you enjoy?
Yeah.
I don't really know how to explain it. Like
Do you think, do we put something on a piece of paper? Like, if we were to sit at a desk, or
Yeah.
if you were to sit at a desk by yourself and say, okay, I want to find something I enjoy, is like, do we make like, are we creating a process here? Like, do we sit down with a piece of paper saying, okay, well, you know, I enjoy this, I enjoy this, I enjoy this.
yeah.
You know what I mean? What if someone says, I enjoy eating food? What do you tell them to do with that? You know what I mean?
Open a restaurant.
Bro, you have it. Okay. Okay. Let's just say I enjoy, I guess this is a new segment. What do I enjoy? You know,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, what if I enjoy, I don't know, walking.
Then
You know what I mean?
yeah, I know what you mean. But it's like different people have like enjoy different things. Like for example, like I have a cousin who recently opened up a baking business.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoys like cooking and baking. So
Right.
I don't know about walking.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can start
I
a
guess
business
maybe that's
with
a poor
walking.
example,
Do you know
but
what
yeah.
I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it.
No,
Yeah,
I think I
you-
think I brought a wallet and I put it right in front of
Yeah,
us
yeah.
and said walking. It's like
Yeah.
the worst example to choose.
yeah.
But I think to find something you enjoy, I think is definitely like something that you innate, like, I think it's like what you said. It's something innately that you feel like you want to do,
Yeah.
right? And I think people just you have to find it. Like, whether, I know a lot of people say, oh, I enjoy playing video games, right?
Yeah, you
But
can.
being realistic here, the path of playing video games for a living is very slim.
Yeah.
I'm not listen. I'm not
Become
saying
a
it's
Twitch
not.
streamer.
Yeah, it's not. It's possible. We know that people like motivation, or people say, "I'm motivated to do something,"
Yeah.
but motivation doesn't get things done, right? How do you get things done? How do you just do you get up in the morning and say, "I need to go to this person's house and get this client, get this"?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
So do you like doing obviously you enjoy the stuff you do, but do you like doing the work?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
If I get like a disgusting car, then yeah, I wouldn't enjoy doing the work. But most of my clients too, it's all like nice cars, and most of the time they're clean.
Okay.
So I enjoy,
So you're doing touch-ups.
Yeah,
basically.
basically, yeah. Most of the Range Rover, SVR, and Mercedes. So I would enjoy because you get
Yeah.
to see the car, see how it's built and everything. But other cars, I wouldn't. So it mainly depends too.
Do you ever take customers' cars not on a joyride? I'm not trying to incriminate you here,
Yeah,
but it's do you ever have to do people ever drive it after you finish doing the job?
yeah.
They do?
Not most of the clients that I have drive their cars, except for the dealership I have a contract with.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll be driving cars. I'll go to different lots. I'll pick up the cars and drive them back and work on them.
So you just mentioned that you have a deal with a dealership.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So
what did you do?
so it's a dealership slash mechanic.
Uh-huh.
So basically, I was there actually getting my car worked on.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was just asking me what do you do? What do you do for a living?
Yeah.
So I was telling him, I'm studying and I also run a detailing business. He's, oh, you run a detailing business? Well, I have this many cars. I want to get it detailed. So I was like, okay. So if you give me a good price,
Mm-hmm.
then we could work together. So he showed me the bay and everything. He said I could have this spot for you. So I told him I want to use this bay for my customers. Can I rent it off of you? He's like, yeah, no problem. So
Wow.
I have I basically have 3 locations, mobile, and at my house, and then also at the shop.
So now, if anybody's in the Ottawa area and you need your car detailed, you have to go to Yusuf.
Yeah, of course.
We'll put his stuff down below. You can contact him to get your stuff done, and you can check out the work he's done. It's very quality work,
Of course.
very impressive work actually.
Yeah.
But it's do you feel did you just ask him, I want to work with you?
No, he asked me, and he was
Okay.
just showing me the bay and everything. After first couple cars I did, I was like, this is a nice spot. So I went to ask him. I was like, yo, can I rent this out off of you?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't mind, because no one's using the bay except for me.
But why wasn't if I'm assuming somebody with a car dealership needs to park, obviously you have cars to park.
Yeah.
Why would he have an empty bay? Maybe this is a question I'd be asking him, but
Yeah.
it's
I wasn't too sure. It didn't have a hoist or a lift or anything, so
okay.
there was no use for it. It's
I
just
see.
there, empty.
It was a useless area in his shop.
Exactly.
Basically.
He had tires there, and he just removed them.
Okay.
So he allowed me to detail there.
And do you find that that's opened doors for you?
What do you mean?
What's it called? Networking with that guy?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I also don't really like working with him because he drops down the prices too much.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could be working at a customer's location, be making almost double how much I would charge him.
Yeah.
But it's different because he's giving me lots of cars, but sometimes he won't. He'll have no cars for me to detail.
Right.
The other day I was there, he said he gave me I went to the lot. There was no cars. All the cars were clean because I finished all of them.
Oh, I see.
And he hasn't gotten any new cars, so.
So you've kind of done all the work. And
exactly.
Don't have enough work to continue doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you also mentioned you're in school or you're studying. How do you balance running a business and studying?
Just time management,
Mm-hmm.
Say I start a class in the morning and then I have a break. Oh, can I squeeze this client in? And also lots of long nights,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll do all my assignments at night right before I go to sleep.
Okay.
So I could just have the whole day free, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah. And you find that it's manageable?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think it's
Do you think
manageable.
I think it's Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do you think it's more manageable than working at like a retail
That's
job?
exactly what I was gonna
You're
say.
gonna say that,
Yeah,
huh?
I was gonna say. I was like, it's more manageable because it's my own business. I could cancel on clients, be like, oh, I can't make it in today,
Mm-hmm.
and lots of them they don't mind. Like they'll say it's fine. So, but with like if I'm working a job, I can't just cancel.
That's true.
Yeah, I can't cancel 5 days a week. Or,
Yeah, you can't call in sick
yeah,
one day and then the next day and
yeah.
third day.
Calling sick.
Then they're
Yeah,
gonna say, "Yo, Yusuf, what's going on, man?
yeah,
Why aren't you
yeah,
coming to work?"
exactly. So I'm my own boss. I could create my own schedule.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's just say there is an emergency or something like, oh, I have an exam or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll tell my client I can't make it in, and they all know that I'm studying. So
Oh, they okay.
most of my repeat customers, I build a connection with them. So
right.
tell them, I'm studying too. So
And do you find client like how do you deal with client acquisition?
like
Like getting a new client. How would you do that?
I haven't really recently haven't really got many new clients.
Mm-hmm.
How would I deal with them? Just the same way I detail with like a regular client.
Mm-hmm.
And soon, if they keep booking in details with me, then the price gets lower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of build that, like you said, you build that
Connection, yeah.
connection, that relationship. So when you get to that point, you're like, okay, let's support each other.
Yeah.
I'll do your car for a cheaper price.
Yeah,
Because you're coming back to me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Because that's the second question I want to ask you is, we know in retail, they always tell you the customer's always right.
Yeah.
Do you believe that should be applied in retail?
That the customer is always right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You believe that?
Yeah.
Do you believe that for your own business?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. If a customer has a problem, like, of course I'm gonna fix that problem or help, even if they be like, oh, your detailing is not good. Well, show me what I did wrong, or
Right.
you know what I mean, or my price is not good.
So you take that means you take that as a learning opportunity.
Yeah, of course. Everything's a learning opportunity.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a very wise bro. I don't know, man. It's a wise guy, 19-year-old wise guy, and see, I'd want you to detail my car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is who you want to detail your car.
Of course.
You know?
Man.
So hit up Yusuf and check his stuff down below, man. I can't. Like the thing is, it's. You guys don't feel it, but I'm sitting with my friend Yusuf here, and it's like the demeanor he has, the presence he has. It's like so. It's so comfortable that I just want, like if I would go buy a second car just to get you to detail it,
Yeah.
But we see like now it's winter. It's winter outside and all
Yeah.
the salt, and people get their carpets all like dirty with salt.
Yeah.
If we could just give a tip to the viewers, what would you say is the best way to deal with any salt stains? This is obviously we're in North America, so how would you deal with what if we can give one tip
Yeah.
to anybody that has salt stains on their car, their tires, or like maybe on their carpet or like
Yeah.
can we give a tip to them?
WeatherTech mats, man. Every car I have.
Yeah?
WeatherTech. Yeah. My car, my mom's car. I'll put WeatherTech mats.
WeatherTech mats,
The
huh?
laser cut mats, man. I've never just whenever winter's over, take
Mhm.
them out, pressure wash them, put them back in. Just no salt on the carpets.
Absolutely none.
Absolutely no salt. Yeah.
But I think if I'm not mistaken, WeatherTech they're cut to the car, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
You put the make, model, and year of the car, and it laser cuts it to
That's
fit
insane.
the whole carpet. Yeah.
So do you know how they're like? This is odd, but like this is an odd question. It's kind of maybe more tailored to them, but
Yeah.
it's like, do you know how their business model works? Like, do they have to get the car to model the car? Like,
No.
no?
I'm not really sure.
Okay, because
But-
I know WeatherTech mats are good. Like,
Yeah.
the thing is, if anybody from WeatherTech, I don't know if anybody's watching this from WeatherTech,
Yeah.
hit up Yusuf to have a deal sponsorship.
I'd
with
actually
them.
be willing to do a sponsor with
Yeah,
WeatherTech. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like, so that's the tip you have. So that's it, guys. You heard it from the detailer himself. If you need to protect your mats and your carpets from salt, WeatherTech mats.
Every customer that I have that has WeatherTech, man, I pray for them, man.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to detail.
Yeah.
You just remove the mat, you wash it, everything.
Quick vacuum.
Yeah. And of course, don't cheap out. Like, don't buy those rubber mats from like Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
The $20 ones. They don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I know because I'm the one detailing the car. It doesn't protect anything.
Right.
You get the laser cut ones. Invest another $200 more.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll protect like the carpets.
Do you get the trunk one as well? I know WeatherTech makes the trunk line as well. Do you get those?
I mean, I have a truck, so I don't like.
Yeah.
You just have the
Yeah.
bed. For my mom's car, we never got the trunk one, just the front and rear, because, we don't really use the trunk that much.
Yeah.
Just for groceries, you put the
Yeah.
groceries in. That's it.
I guess
Nothing's
more
really
so
gonna
if
get
you're
dirty.
moving things
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
ground into the car.
Yeah,
That makes
exactly.
more sense.
So it didn't really make sense.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
And if you could tell someone If someone wants to start a business, what would you like? Let's just say I want to start a business. What would you tell me right now?
Save your money.
Save my money.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, actually, I want to touch on that because you mentioned at the beginning
Yeah.
that you would invest your money elsewhere, like otherwhere, like you wouldn't spend 300,000 on a car, but you
Yeah.
want to invest your money,
Yeah.
right? Or like you want to save your money, you want to invest your money. Do you reinvest into your business? Is that a business model you practice?
I mean, with my business, not really, because I already have all the equipment ready. All I need to buy is like maybe chemicals and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
other than that, I don't really need to reinvest into my business. Maybe for marketing and stuff.
Right.
Again, most of my clients are all like repeat customers, so
So if you're telling me to save money as a business owner,
yeah.
what am I doing with that saved money?
You can invest into real estate,
Okay.
invest into. I would recommend like investing into crypto and stocks.
You don't, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
invest in like assets,
Okay.
and also invest in yourself. Go travel, go
Mm-hmm.
explore different opportunities, and yeah,
Would you say invest in a gym membership? Like, is that
Eh,
investing in yourself?
that's
Yeah?
investing in yourself. Yeah, and yeah, just that in general.
Yeah.
Don't waste your money on stupid things like me. I don't know. Like I see other kids my age paying like $300-$400 for shoes.
Right.
Why would I want to spend that amount of money on shoes? Or,
Right.
that this kind of investing. They're like save your money. That's what I mean.
Okay.
And invest in something that you'll benefit from, like a car or like yeah, I know they say all cars are a depreciating asset, but still, I would say like invest in something you'll benefit from.
Right. So, in that sense, like you're saying to invest in things or to do things with your money that bring benefit.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
maybe not necessarily buy assets, because I know
Yeah.
a lot of people say nowadays real estate's very tough to get into because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily limited to real estate. It's kind of just like.
Not only that, other things. Don't go out every day and eat.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just make food at home. Learn how to make food at home or
Right.
eat at home. You know what I mean? This kind of stuff. Just save your money.
Yeah. So okay,
Yeah.
you mentioned like this is I'm kind of like bridging the conversation here, but it's kind of
Yeah.
like you say learn to cook at home.
Yeah.
We know that things like YouTube, Udemy, all these other like teaching brands or streaming brands,
Yeah.
we can learn lots from them. They have lots of lessons. Have you yourself used any of those services to learn for your business?
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of detailers like on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
They tell you like what products to buy and like the protector for the plastics in the car and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So I did learn a lot. There's this one YouTuber, his name is the Detail Geek.
Okay.
He actually details from home just like me. And he's also slowly progressed. He also just bought a shop right now.
Oh, nice. Oh, good for
Yeah.
the detail geek.
The Detail Geek, yeah. He's also like pretty famous. Like what, 2 million, 3 million? He's in Saskatchewan.
Oh, wow.
But
So he's a fellow Canadian brother. Over
Yeah, he's a fellow Canadian brother.
Yeah.
But he's good. Like he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
His details. Like he goes into detail.
And how to do the
Yeah,
process
sometimes he'll
and
even
stuff.
remove the carpets off the car.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's
Like the
difficult.
Carpet. Like
So like, is he doing metal work underneath or something?
no. Like just he'll pressure wash it or
Oh, okay.
yeah. So he definitely goes into detail
Mm-hmm.
more than me.
More than you, huh?
Even he takes out the tires or like the rims and he'll clean like he'll ceramic coat the rims.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's
the rims.
that's fine detail.
I know ceramic coating the paint, but ceramic coating the rims.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in that case, like, what would you say? This is also bridging the conversation. What would you say is your most difficult job? Have you ever had like a job that you're like, yo, how do I get past X problem? Have you ever had that?
Yeah, the cars with the salt stains and
Mhm.
those old cars like the 2003 Honda Civic. I had a 2003 Honda Civic. It was this guy used it for renovation.
Uh-huh.
He just had like a bunch of drywall and
Oh man.
the drywall dust, everything. Not only that, there was lots of salt.
Oh man.
And it was disgusting.
And was you finished that customer? Do you have
Do-
pictures of that?
I don't think I took pictures that day,
Okay.
but man, like it was.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah, it was. I didn't have time to even take pictures.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it was like 4 hours it took me.
Jeez.
I was running like short on time.
And because we know like detailing is not something that you clock in, clock out from.
Yeah.
It's something that takes time. It takes your effort. Do you ever say, I only have 1 hour to do this job and I have to leave? Or do you say, how do you manage your time on the job?
Usually, like, let's just say, because I'm also studying too, I only take one client a day.
Okay.
In the summer, like when I'm not studying, I'll take like some days I'll take three clients,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'll start at 10, and then usually the next client after that I'll just tell them like I'm working on a car right now. Like I estimate between like one or two, so I have that like 1 hour gap that I can
Okay.
work with, even though like I'll probably finish around 12 p.m.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you basically you schedule your time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I add extra time to the job. So
Okay.
let's just say the job like would take 2 hours. I'll tell my client that I have after that it'll take 4 hours or
Okay.
3 hours.
So you make sure
Yeah,
you allot extra time.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So I could also packing my stuff too, and you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean. But yeah, but most of the time just one car a day.
We you mentioned time management.
Mhm.
Is there something that you found? Because I know with school things get overwhelming.
Yeah.
Is there a thing that you found that comes? Is it the planning for time management? Like, what is the thing that makes you able to do these things? Like, how do you manage your time in a way that allows you to progressively tell that client, it'll take me 3 hours, but you actually only need two?
Well, I look back at other details that I did. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
on a similar car too, like with the similar carpeting, because many cars have different carpeting.
Okay.
I know like the Hondas or they have like the Velcro carpeting. They're harder to clean. So I
Mm-hmm.
just say that like a client messaged me with like a Honda CRV or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell them, well, it'll take around 2 to 3 hours. And but if like it's a different car,
Okay.
maybe it's like a repeat client too. Like I know, like some of my clients they have kids,
Mm-hmm.
so I could already tell just before like
All the Cheerios
yeah, I'll
and
be like, oh, it's gonna take 4 hours
yeah,
or
yeah.
5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, yeah, I already have like I could already estimate. I'm never wrong whenever I estimate the amount of time it
Mm-hmm.
needs. Always just get it right.
So how many cars have you detailed? Like, if you can just put a ballpark number, how many cars have you detailed in the past 4 years?
At least over at least 200, 300.
200, 300. So basically, if we do the math on that, there's 300 days in a year. You're basically doing about like at least 5 cars a month minimum. Like
Yeah,
that's just
at
a
least
rough
5 cars a month.
estimation.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you find that's like good pacing? Like like I know you said right now you're doing about 1 car a day or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But do you feel like
Not a day. It all depends. It all depends on the season too.
mm-hmm.
You know, right now I'm not doing one car every day. Probably one car every week or one car every 2 weeks.
Right.
But in like peak months like April, May, June, July, like every day I'm detailing
Mm-hmm.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or
Mm-hmm.
like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it all depends on the time and the season.
And sorry, I cut you off. You're gonna say something?
No, go ahead.
No?
Yeah.
Basically, I just wanted to ask, like, how do you overcome challenges? I don't know. I don't think I asked you this, but it's like, how do you overcome challenges? Like, whether it's for like more specifically on the business side, because I kind of want to deep dive into that, because like we discussed is that people don't necessarily open up businesses. We all work retail. We do
Yeah.
this. We do that. But it's like, how do you deal with that challenge? Because at work, right? If you have a challenge that's crazy enough, you just say, okay, I quit, or you just go find another job.
Yeah.
But how do you deal with a challenge, or how do you deal with challenges when it's your own business?
Managing customers
Mm-hmm.
and also communicating with customers and time management too.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like some challenges I face.
How would you overcome your time management? You're managing clients.
Well, I do use like my calendar a lot, like
Okay.
schedule, alarms, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just helps me like with my time management, everything. And yeah, that's pretty much.
That's it.
Yeah, just
That's the key, huh?
have a calendar.
Have a calendar. Huh?
Yeah,
And that falls under, I guess, planning, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So I have a calendar, and pretty much just know what you're gonna do for that day.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I gonna? I'm gonna go to my class. After class, I'm gonna have to go to this customer, go back home, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
So I want to touch on a topic we spoke about earlier in the podcast. We mentioned things like doing something you enjoy,
Yeah.
right? Starting your business because you don't want to work the generic way that people follow, right?
Yeah.
Would you recommend starting a business to anybody?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Why?
know.
Why would you tell like? Why would you recommend starting a business? Like other than like being your own boss, like is there
Yeah.
any other points that you would say that this is kind of like it's not an easy
Yeah.
route, but it's like the route that you want to take? Why would we recommend people to start a business?
I think it teaches you discipline too,
Okay.
and also managing. Even if you open a business, you could use the skills that you learned from the business to apply it to like the workforce or
Okay.
anything, managing time, money, like anything, like discipline and communication.
So have you learned, because you're in school,
Yeah.
we've established that, but it's like, have you learned things from your business that have translated to school?
Have I learned things from
Like
Yeah.
have you learned lessons and stuff like?
communication?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the best thing
Mm-hmm.
that like I use from my business to apply to school, like
Mm-hmm.
communicating.
With your teachers and
Yeah,
peers
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Okay, cool. And that's it. Like no other lessons.
Not really. I don't know anything that I can think of off the top of my head, but communication
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much, yeah.
So let's talk about the cars that you've had. You mentioned that you had a BMW 5 Series at some point.
Yeah.
How many cars have you had, and which of them is your favorite?
I went through in the past year, 2023. I went through 4 cars. It was right after I got my G2.
So every quarter you're getting
each
a
car it just breaks down and I sell it.
I see.
My favorite car that I had was my BMW 535.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 2012. It was twin turbo.
Nice.
Oh man, I had a lot of fun with that car.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun. But I ended up selling it because had to make a few mature decisions.
Very good.
It wasn't ideal because
Mhm.
I was using it for work too. Like I had all my stuff in there
I see.
in that little car, so I just decided to buy a truck.
Okay.
Made more sense to me,
Right.
and it's reliable.
The
So,
truck's reliable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I want something new too. I
Mhm.
didn't want something old.
Yeah. And would you say, like with your truck, obviously, like, is it a fork? It's four cab, like a 4-door.
Yeah, it's
like
a crew cab.
a crew cab.
Yeah,
okay. I like the
Yeah,
crew
the
cabs are nice.
Yeah, yeah. No, my cousin he got a double cab. Oh man,
Yeah, it's
it's
nice.
tiny. Like
Oh, it's
yeah,
tiny.
so I decided I was like, I'll get a crew cab.
Okay.
Crew cab just makes more sense
Mm-hmm. So I guess because you can store your stuff in the back seats, right?
in the back seats and in the bed too.
Okay.
So
And it comes with the bed cover. Like I don't know.
yeah,
trucks that
I
well.
bought this one with the bed cover.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so my stuff can't get stolen. Like right now, I have all my stuff in the back,
I see. So
and
if
I
you,
could lock it too.
yeah. So don't try to take stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, that's good. And it's basically like we spoke about your dream car. It's a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. You know.
Honestly, I wouldn't really. I would change my mind on
You
that.
changed your mind? What
Yeah,
is it
because
now?
it just doesn't make any sense. Like $300,000 on a car.
Would you say? Because you said okay, buy a Corvette. It's cheaper or like it's more economical.
Yeah,
But would you say like there's better uses to that 300K? Like you
exactly.
said invest
Yeah.
and all that
Oh
kind
yeah,
of stuff.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else would you do other than invest? Like if I had $200,000 laying around, like
Go travel.
traveling. Huh?
Yeah, travel.
Have you traveled before?
Yeah, I just came back from Saudi.
You came back from Saudi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in January I went to Saudi Arabia. Also went to Turkey in 2023.
Mm-hmm, nice. Anywhere else?
Not recently.
Not
When
recently.
I was young.
When you were young.
Yeah, I
Do you
went
have
to
a
Dubai.
favorite? Do you have a favorite place? Out of the
Saudi.
place you've been?
Saudi.
Saudi.
Saudi
Why
was
is Saudi so nice?
Man, I don't know, man. It's clean.
Yeah.
It's not really like Canada. It's different.
I know people say it's safe. They say you
say,
like,
oh yeah,
you leave your cars on or
yeah,
something.
you can leave your car running outside. No one will come steal it. or
Really
You can leave your. It's just a safe country.
interesting.
I remember I was meeting up with a friend there, and I was just asking him. I was like, "Yo, what is like? How often do you guys get like, I don't know, stabbings or like killings here?" He's like, "We never get." I was like, "You serious?" He's like, "Yeah, never."
We know that they have lots of lavish cars over there.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the nicest car you saw?
I went to this dealership. My uncle, he actually like business partners with this guy that he has this like $1 million dealership. He had a G-Wagon Brabus 6x6, the pickup.
He had the
Yeah,
six
yeah,
by six
yeah,
pickup.
yeah, yeah.
No way.
And he had like many cars. He even had an M5. He let me drive it. BMW
Jeez,
M5.
that's
Oh man, it was fast. 1,000 horsepower.
1,000 horsepower.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it was
It
insane.
was it an M5 Is it the competition?
No, not the company. It was just like a stock M5 2018,
Okay.
but it's like no, not stock. Sorry,
Yeah, I don't think it
like
can be stock
like
at
the
1,000
base
horsepower.
M5.
Yeah.
But like tuned, and he had like the exhaust and dual intake and upgraded turbos,
Jeez.
everything.
So I guess he's like a aftermarket dealer. Like
Not
that.
really.
No?
I think he just bought that car off someone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The guy already did all the work.
But geez, Mercedes six
Yeah,
by six.
yeah, he had a Porsche. He also had a 911 GT2 RS and a
Okay.
GT3 RS, and many like different cars. You know, I saw the guy. He was sitting outside like on like a picnic chair. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was the owner.
Really?
He was wearing like sweatpants and just a t-shirt.
He was just
Like,
chilling.
he looked like just like a basic guy,
Wow.
like an NPC. And I didn't know he was the owner. My uncle's like, "Oh, this guy's the owner." He's like, I was like, "No way!"
Wow.
Like, I don't
Did-
know.
did
He's a
you-
humble guy.
Do you know his story? Like, did you talk? Were you able to talk to him?
Yeah, I know. I talked to my uncle,
Yeah.
and he was just telling me like, well, he's not the best, but he spends a lot of his money. Like he goes out and parties and just blows all his money on
But-
cars too.
But did you learn like, were you able to sit with him maybe for like 10, 15 minutes and talk to him and ask him like, do you take lessons from people that you meet in terms of business?
I didn't really get the chance to because he's busy too. Like he had clients he was dealing with, and I don't know. Me, I was just looking at the cars.
Yeah,
you know.
that's the main attraction.
I told my uncle just went up to him and he just told him, "You want to let him drive the car?" I didn't even ask. And
I see.
he's like, "Oh, let him drive." I was like, "No, it's fine, it's fine." He's like, "No, take the keys, take the keys."
Yeah.
The guy, he was a chill guy,
Nice.
but I didn't get to ask him about the business. I really wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
but it just the time.
Yeah, the timing didn't work
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
But are there people like you mentioned you work with the guy at the garage, like you rent the bay
Yeah.
from him? Are there people in your life that maybe run businesses that you kind of take lessons from?
Not really. No.
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 Do you see yourself like maybe perhaps subconsciously? Do you find yourself like seeing that okay, this guy did this with his business, or like,
Yeah.
do you take subliminal messages?
Yeah,
from
yeah.
people?
I do take lessons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of my customers are most of them own businesses too.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Like one guy owns an accounting firm,
Mm-hmm.
and I just asked him like how he started and everything, but I don't really remember much of what he said. This was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But all I know is he runs an accounting firm. Yeah.
But do you sometimes like learn lessons from them that you kind of apply for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this one guy, he owns a construction construction company. He builds homes.
Okay.
And he was just telling me, just don't like just save your money. That's it. That's all he said. Save your money and buy your first property.
Okay.
That's mainly what I'm trying to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is save my money, save every penny I can make,
Right.
and invest into a property.
Is that the best advice you think you've ever received, or has someone come up to you and said, "Yo, Yusuf, this is what you should be doing. This is my advice to you"?
Not really, man.
No?
I just been all on my ones, man.
All by yourself.
Yeah.
So you're like a trailblazer, man. Like
Yeah.
you're just going through this by yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Huh?
That-
Do people come to you now and say, "Yo, Yusuf, I want to start a business. How do I do it?" Like, do people come to you like for stuff like that?
Not really. No.
No,
Rarely.
rarely, huh?
Yeah.
So everyone's stuck in this matrix.
You're the
huh?
first person actually to ask me about ask me questions going into detail about my business.
Really?
Yeah. I rarely get people to ask me.
Because I think I have that view as well. It's like I think people should, because it's definitely a challenge. And
Yeah.
I think people should challenge themselves, and definitely opening a business is definitely like it's doable. I think, especially from a student, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or even I think if you're working full time, right? I would say maybe you work your 9 to 5 at
Yeah.
like at the desk, and then maybe like I don't know from 6 to 9 you're doing the thing that you enjoy. You're working on your business.
Yeah.
Right, you're finding something, you're doing something that maybe again it doesn't have to be for money, right? You said do something you enjoy for free,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's the lesson people that we tend to forget, and maybe we're too money focused nowadays,
Exactly. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like people are just like, oh, I want the money, I'm going for the money, and I
Yeah.
need money, right? So how do you find the balance of save money but also enjoy doing things? Do you think there's like what's the balance for you, and what would you recommend for people to do who say, oh, like I want to try doing something but I don't have the money? Like, what do you say to that?
Well, I don't like. I don't agree with. So I want to find something to do, but I don't have money. I think we all start from somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and you could always just build and grow. Just like what I did. I literally started with nothing.
Right.
I was literally going to my clients with a small vacuum that I
Right.
bought and some dish soap, and so you slowly progress. You can't be like, oh, I don't have enough. Or you just have to start somewhere.
Did people ever put you down? Have people ever told you, yo, your business is gonna crash, you suck, don't do this, stop? Has anybody ever said that?
Not really, no.
Do people encourage you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the number one person that encouraged me was my mom.
Yeah. Eh?
Yeah, shout out to her and my uncle too. My uncle, he's a businessman.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, pretty much.
Because I find, or like I see online sometimes, people always mention that it's always the people that are closest to you that that are your haters. Right?
Yeah,
But that's my question. Is like no one's ever hated on you. Like
I think it depends on who you're friends with.
okay.
And I surround myself with good people,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I could also tell when someone is like, a bit off or.
Right. And maybe like, would you say you developed that skill just by speaking to customers? Like that's what you kind of built off of.
Sorta, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mainly I just keep a good connection with my family. That's it, and like my cousins,
Mm-hmm.
my second cousins too.
Yeah.
I don't really like. I don't speak to much people. I'm not like. So everyone always like is encouraging me, and
That's good.
yeah.
Because I feel like maybe that's the biggest detriment to some people is that they surround themselves with negative people. They surround
Exactly.
themselves with people who
Who have no
put them down.
ambition, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the people in my group
Mhm.
and like my friends and cousins, and they're all just motivated to do good in life and make money. Of course,
Yeah.
me and my cousin, that's like our goal.
Yeah.
And yeah, my cousin, he also he does mobile mechanic and mobile tires.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned he does the stuff at
Hamza
the back.
Mobile Tire.
Yeah?
Change, yeah.
We can shut him out too. We'll put
Yeah.
him in. Maybe we'll have him on a podcast too.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
But for so on that aspect, and you mentioned you surround yourself with good people.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a situation where you had to cut someone off? Like maybe I
All
guess
the time, yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Is it
But,
cold turkey?
man, things are not working out, man. I don't know. I just don't think you're. I don't see you like benefiting me in any way.
Mhm.
Anyone who doesn't show any benefit to me, or lots of people envy you too.
Okay.
So, just cut them off.
And do you just say like you just have to get it done? Like you rip the band-aid, you say, yo.
Yeah. I don't really just be like, I'll go up to them and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to speak to you. Just, move on with your life. Get more busy.
I see.
They try talking to you, be like, oh, I'm busy.
Yeah. And I guess at that point, like once you start working on yourself, working on your business,
Yeah.
you start like diverting yourself from that
Yeah.
kind of
You wouldn't really even
environment.
have time
Mm-hmm.
to deal with people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've cut a lot of people in my life.
Is there one thing that you could tell the viewers or the people listening what that is? Because I think maybe a lot of people deal with that is like, how do I cut someone off that's negative to my business, my life, my work?
Yeah.
Is there one tip that you can tell someone other than to just like
Just don't. Number one, don't be scared to tell people no. If these people, like, let's just say they take advantage of you, they serve you no benefit,
right?
always trying to bring you down or tell you, oh, you're not doing good, or just ignore them.
Right.
Just stop talking to them, or try and teach them too.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you taught someone like to do something basically?
Not really, no.
No.
Not that I could remember, no.
Would it be because like those people aren't interested in what you're doing?
Yeah.
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 And like on that note, it's kind of like those people, do they ever come back to you and say, oh, like I was the one that was with you from the beginning, I built you up? Like, do people message you and like the people that obviously you don't like aren't in contact with anymore?
Not really, no.
Not really.
Yeah.
So it's very amicable. You make sure it's on amicable terms.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily want to leave things sour.
I make the relationship a bit smaller, I don't like
Okay.
that's basically it.
And then it kind of fizzles out on its own.
Yeah, exactly. I have things to do.
Yeah.
and they have things to do too. So I just cut the person off.
So what's the next steps for the detailing business? What are your future goals, like in the next, let's just say, year and a half? What is the goal?
Well, I want to work on opening up a shop, with my cousin,
Mm-hmm.
and I also want to start hiring people, and yeah, pretty much hire people, expand my business. Also, I want to get into vinyl wrapping
Mm-hmm.
and PPF, like paint protection film, and yeah.
So
think that-
big plans then.
Yeah, of course.
And you I guess you probably have a calendar with this stuff planned out, don't you?
Not
Not
as
yet?
of now, but I'm brainstorming,
Brainstorming.
doing research.
It all
yeah.
starts with the plan and the
Yeah,
brainstorming, right?
exactly. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Yusuf, I appreciate you coming on to the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
Maybe we'll have your cousin Hamza on at some point.
Of course. Yeah.
And if you guys ever need your car detailed, make sure you check out his details. If you want to shout out your business.
Royal Auto Detailing Spa.
So Royal Auto Detailing Spa.
Yeah.
You heard it first.
Search it up on Instagram, Facebook, Google. I'm on all web pages, man.
There you go. And Yusuf, the CEO, with us right here today. So if you ever need your car detailed and you're in the Ottawa area, or I guess Gatineau too, right? Like
Yeah, you know,
it's
a
pushing it.
bit of Gatineau, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're in the Ottawa area, make sure you check out my friend here, Royal Auto Detailing Spa,
Of course.
and get your car detailed nice and clean, especially with the salt coming off and
Yeah,
everything. Make sure you hit him up for some great deals, I guess.
of course.
And I appreciate you guys listening and watching the podcast. And thank you, Yusuf, so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate your time, man. It's truly an honor. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to like boost yourself or anything. I'm being very honest here.
Yeah.
It's a very an honor sitting here with you, because I feel like I learned a lot today from like kickstarting a business off, being patient with things, because I think that's the lesson I learned inadvertently through the conversation, is that you're very patient with how you deal with things.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your presence, and you truly left a mark on the podcast as your number 2. And second's the best.
Yes.
Right. So
course.
I appreciate you, and not to hurt the other Yusuf, but I mean, no, but I appreciate you coming on today, man. Thank you so much, and
Thank you for having me.
wish you the best in your business.
Thank
And
you.
it's only up from here, man. I see great things in you, and you got this.
Yes, I wish you the best for this podcast too.
Thanks for watching and listening, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next episode. Actually, not hopefully. We will have a next episode,
Of course.
because if I learned anything from this guy,
Yeah.
is that if you do something, like I enjoy doing this, so it's like I just gotta get up and do it tomorrow,
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys soon.